The biggest thing that my schoolhouse can give back to the Army is a trained master fitness trainer, because that master fitness trainer is qualified and is the best person in their unit to go back and build programming and sets of exercises to enable their soldiers to train to the deficits on the Acft.
Everything in the military, everything we do involves something heavy. So to have a good assessment that is going to test our ability to move things, we need to have an assessment that involves some strength, some power, some agility, and something that reflects the abilities that a soldier needs to have. So the Acft is going to greatly affect the fitness culture in the way that it's going to test where we are currently, as well as going to be a good test to make sure that the commanders are implementing good physical training programs, and it's going to test if those programs are working appropriately. So I believe the Acft is an amazing test, and I'm really looking forward to the changes it's going to bring to the Army.
The Army physical fitness test is the legacy PT test. We've had it for a few decades now. It's as many push-ups as you can do in 2 minutes, as many sit-ups as you can do in 2 minutes, and then a 2-mile run as fast as you can. That does provide a baseline assessment of your overall health, your cardiovascular endurance, and a little bit of muscular endurance. But it's not very combat relevant. You don't need a lot of core stability to succeed in it. You don't need a lot of strength to succeed in it. And you don't need a lot of anaerobic, kind of more intense capacity. And those are all things that are absolutely critical in combat. So as we transition to the Army Combat Fitness Test, we are testing components of fitness that are much more directly relevant to combat and to just being a soldier.
So strength training as it affects the larger force, I mean, just think, what do we do in combat or also within our daily lives within our MOSs? We use strength. We use strength to move things, to push human beings to grab equipment. And without first being exposed to those strength movements and those strength exercises, the chance of injury obviously is much higher. Not to mention, we're not going to be capable of doing those things without first training for them.
The Army has a one-size-fits-all. If I'm 19 in the Army or you're 40 getting ready to retire, we treat PT the same. A lot of your jobs treat PT the same. Their different jobs have different goals. A tank driver or a guy that loads, tank rounds, he has a different fitness demand than a light infantry guy, as they have a different demand than an artillery guy or artillery woman. All right. So we need to get away. We're getting away from the one-size-fits-all, and we're tailoring these things for the individual athlete, and we're treating them like athletes. And that's what soldiers are. They are athletes, and they're, I think, the best kind of athlete, because if we lose, we don't lose a game. If we lose, you don't come home.